The sound of bagpipes can only mean one thing in Wilmington. St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. And this year, the celebration is marking a major milestone. Thousands of spectators are expected to pack the streets of downtown Wilmington as the city prepares to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Wilmington St. Patrick's Day Parade, a tradition rooted in centuries of Irish heritage.
A celebration of Ireland, Irish heritage, Irish culture. It was originally designed to commemorate St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. And today it's celebrated across the world.
While many gather to honor St. Patrick himself, here in Wilmington, the parade carries even deeper meaning this year, celebrating a quarter century of a tradition that started small but has grown into one of the region's largest celebration of Irish culture. A tradition built almost entirely by local volunteers and community pride.
These are often voluntary groups. Irish community, Irish American community in Wilmington, driving forward, working hard to celebrate the richness of the Irish heritage and culture. We take great pride in that. That gives me great pride to see that.
The hard work behind the parade hasn't gone unnoticed. During last month's Hooli Under the Bridge celebration, New Hanover County Commissioner Rob Zappel recognized organizers.
I want to congratulate you on reaching the 25th year of the downtown Wilmington St. Patrick's Day Parade
for their dedication to keeping the tradition alive and thriving. To mark the milestone, Frank Groom, the Consul General of Ireland in Atlanta, is also recognizing Wilmington's commitment to celebrating Irish heritage.
It's a wonderful achievement, and it's an honor for us to recognize their work.
Saturday's parade will feature marching bands, Irish dancers, local organizations, and colorful floats making their way through downtown Wilmington. And once again this year, the parade will be hosted by WECT's Gabe Ross and Daniela Hankey. Organizers say the celebration is about more than just Irish traditions. It's about bringing the entire community together. Now that parade is set for this Saturday morning in downtown Wilmington at 11 a.m. It begins on North Front Street at Hanover Street, then travels down Front Street to Dock Street, and then ends near 2nd Street. Road closures will begin at 8 a.m. that morning.